Welcome to episode number 61 of the Star Forcer MLB The Show 20 Road to the Show series. And today I'm obviously playing my Star Forcer MLB The Show 20 Road to the Show series. It's episode number 61 of the series, like I said 15 seconds ago, and like it says in the title, and like it says in the title as well, I'm going to be wrapping up the season in this episode based on the title. And even if the title's not wrapping up the season, I'm still wrapping up the regular season. Here in this episode, we are going to easily make the playoffs. We're 111 and 46. You might be thinking, why are you filming the last, well, in this case, 5 games of the regular season? 2 games against the Pirates in Pittsburgh, and then we close it out with 3 games against the Cardinals at home at Wrigley. The reason I'm doing it is just, just to update you guys, and there is actually something that I'm playing for here. I'm going to show you my stats right here. I'm a 99 diamond. I mean, you guys should know that. 210 pounds, 6'2", 23 years old from Texas. I mean, he's been in the league. Well, 2017, got drafted by the Twins. Was in AA and AAA that year. 2018 was with the Twins. Got traded at the All-Star break, or just after the All-Star break, to the Orioles. Well, then we lost the World Series to the Nationals. That was in 2018. Then they dumped me and traded me to the Cubs in 2019. And then we went all the way to the World Series and we played the Astros. The Cubs and Astros, and the Astros won that series, unfortunately. 2020, we lost in the NLDS to the Dodgers. 2021, which was last year, we won the World Series, beat the Los Angeles Angels in 7 games in last year's World Series, and now we're trying to go back-to-back here in 2022. But I have 80 home runs on the year and 393 in my career. And obviously, playoff stats don't count for my career stats. So any playoff home runs don't count for my career home runs. I'm at 393 career home runs. 5 games left. I need to hit 7 home runs to get to 400 career home runs. If I don't hit 7 home runs in the next 5 games, then I will obviously hit 400 career home runs next season. Because like I said, any home runs in the playoffs don't count for my career total. So any playoff stats don't count for my career stats. But yeah, my regular season stats. I played 150 games, so I've sat, and this counts all the games I've started, and even if I don't start in a game, but still come in as a pinch hitter, pinch runner, or a defensive substitution, that still counts as the game played. But yeah, there's only been, I believe, there's 5 games left, so out of the 157 games so far, I've played in 150 of them, so that's a lot. So there's only been 7 games where I haven't played at all. I'm batting at 447, 80 home runs, 189 RBIs, 5 walks, all intentional, I think, 1 strikeout, 14 stolen bases on 19 attempts, 54 doubles, 11 triples, 267 hits, 131 runs scored, as I have 393 career home runs and 1,036 career RBIs. Career average is 472, and my average this year is 447. My average last year was 480. I won't beat that. My career home runs, or my home run total last year was 78. I already beat that because I have 80 now. My average was 480 last year. This year it's 447, so I won't beat that, but 447 is still absurd, and a 472 career average is absurd as well. So yeah, let's get into the game. I'll show you the standings probably at the end of the episode to show you who made the playoffs and stuff. But obviously, we already clinched the NL Central and the best record in all of baseball at 111 and 46. We already clinched the NL Central and the best record in baseball. So let's get into these last 5 games of the regular season right now. But first, let's go with training facility. Let's go with plate discipline and clutch. Clutch is already at a 98. Plate discipline, I think it's like 60, but I'm on beginner, so they don't throw me any balls. Here we go. Plate discipline attribute is increased. Hopefully I can play in all 5 of these games because I need a couple multi home run games to get those 7 home runs I need to get the 400 career home runs this season. If I don't get it here in these last 5 games, I'll just get it next season. Because like I said, career stats don't change, or playoff stats don't affect career stats. So yeah, Pittsburgh, obviously we already clinched the NL Central and the best record in baseball. Pittsburgh is fighting for a wild card spot, so we have obviously nothing to play for. Pittsburgh obviously is fighting for a wild card spot. As you can see, I lead NL in home runs. I have 80 home runs. Correa, who's in second place, Carlos Correa is in second place with 50, so I'm at 30 ahead of him. And then I'm 36 in front of Nomar Mazara, who's on the Rockies. Let's watch our prediction. Matt Sturgeon. PNC Park in Pittsburgh. They're 84 and 72. They are playing for a wild card spot. The Penguins are, or Penguins. I lead the lead in average home runs and RBIs. I think I already clinched the Triple Crown. There's Tyler Glass now 7 and 10, 3.92 ERA. Pirates are 84 and 72, and the Pirates are fighting for a wild card spot. Not the Penguins. Penguins are in the NHL. The Pirates are in the MLB, and the Pirates are fighting for a wild card spot in the NL. 1-on-1 out, top one. And that's a line drive, and that's going to get down. I believe it's Ender Inciarte in center. So I'll take the single, but like I said, I need a couple of multi-home run games to hit those 7 home runs, to hit 400 career home runs. If I don't get it this year, I'll probably did it maybe. Well, if I don't get it this year, I'll did it early next season. And that's a fly ball on the line, and it's down, and it stays in play. And there's a backup on the bases as everyone had to wait to see if it was caught or not. The runner at second ends up scoring, and it's 1-0 Chicago. As I didn't go to third after all that because there was a backup on the bases somewhat, because we had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught or not. It wasn't. Stayed in play. Runner at second ended up scoring. I only went up 90 feet though. 3-0 to Lindor. We do have Francisco Lindor, and that is low and away or low and in. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Anthony Rizzo. Last 10 games, he's 11 for 33, which is batting .333. Full count. And that's ball 4. As it's 2-0 Cubs, I come in to snore. RBI walk for Rizzo, and we're up 6-0 in the second inning. Runner second, 1 out, top 2. Glasnow's already out of the game, and we're up 6-0. That's a liner, same spot as earlier. This one will get down as well, and it's going to be an RBI single. The throw will not be in time, and we're up by a touchdown here in the second inning. Second inning, and we're up by a touchdown. Two for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI, and a line drive. And I thought it was caught on the fly. It wasn't, and it ends up being a double play. I thought it was caught on the fly, but it wasn't, but it's still a double play. It's now 7-0 still. Runner at second, 1 out, bottom 2 for this guy. I'm a left fielder. This guy's batting .232. Line drive, I should be there. I am. I'll throw it to third here, 2 down. As that was not a good throw at all to Chris Bryant. The one hopper, but I have like 99 arm strength, or if it's not 99, it's at least like 90. 8-0, runner at first, nobody out, top 4. Same pitcher as last time. Just the inside slurve, and that's a line drive. I mean, I'll take 3 singles, but I mean, I just got to tune up for the playoffs here. I'm going to win the Triple Crown because I lead the lead by a mile in average home runs and RBIs. I already clinched the Triple Crown. That's a strikeout, 1 down as Bryant swings through the pitch. 3-1 out of Lindor, who we got via free agency after last season. As we're obviously won the World Series last year, and we're trying to go back-to-back this year. And that is a 3-1 pitch, which is a ball, and the bases are now loaded again. As we're up by a touchdown and we're a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 0-2 now to Rizzo. Yes, I know in this game, Rizzo and Bryant are still on the Cubs. That's a ground ball. Got him at second, but safe at out at first. Man, I thought he was going to be safe. If he was safe, I was scoring too, because I was halfway between third and home. I would have scored, and it would have made it 9, or actually would have made it 10-0. The runner at third would have scored if the runner at first was safe. I would have scored too, but we're still up by 8-0. Here's Gregory Polanco, right to me. I said I'd go up maybe a few feet. 2 down. I mean, this is a good team. If we don't win the World Series, I mean, anything less than a World Series championship will be a disappointment. And this team, I forgot, has Aaron Judge, but why in the world is he... Well, he's been at 197, but he wasn't even starting. He's pinching in for the pitcher. I might not be able to get to that, and I am able to get to that. Like the Dazelle, and the 5, it's 8-0 Chicago. And it's still 8-0. Top sits. I'm 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Probably batting me like 455 now. That's a line drive. That's hit well. And it's missed by the right fielder. As he threw up his glove, put up his glove, but missed it. And it ends up being a triple. That's probably not going to be an error. That's probably going to be a triple. And it is 15th triple of the year. 3 singles, a triple, and an RBI. Although I don't have any home runs, 3 singles and a triple is still a good game. It's a great game, especially when your team's up 3-0, or especially when your especially when your team is up 8-0. It was a 3-0 pitch, which is a ball. It's 8-0 Chicago, and I have 3 singles and a triple and an RBI. 2-2 pitch to Lindor, first and third, 1 out. And that's a fly ball center field. That's Inciarte, left center. I'll be tagged in here. Close play, but the throw, it would have been close if it was on line, but it's thrown up the line. As the ball as the throw is up the line. 9-0 now. Sack fly by Lindor. Top 8, no runners on, 1 out. Top 8, like I said, 9-0 Chicago. That's a fly ball. Get out of here. That ball is gone. 370. 353. I was 17 feet off. 81st home run. And my 81st home run of the year. And career home run number 394. Yeah, career home run number 394. And the 81st home run of the year. And like I said, career home run number 394. 81st of the year. And we're up 10-0 as we have double digits here tonight. As I have 3 singles, a triple, and a home run. Double short of the cycle, but I don't think I'm going to get up again. As I will not get up again, I fall double short of the cycle, but that's fine. I'm not sure what the score was, but I know we won, and it probably was by 8-9 runs. It was actually by 10 runs, as we 3-hit the Pirates. We shut out the Pirates, only gave up 3 hits. As, yeah, the Pirates got shut out. We beat them 10-0 and 3-hit them. And all 3 hits were given up by our starter, which went 6 1/3. So our bullpen, which pitched, 2 2/3, gave up no hits. Glass now, who is the Pittsburgh starter, we scored 6 runs in the first inning, by the way. Glass now, the Pittsburgh starter, went 1/3 of an inning, so he only got 1 guy out. He went 1/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 6 earned runs, and 3 walks. And then we scored 6 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the 6th, and then the 1 in the 8th on my home run. Let's get into the second and final game of the series, and the second game of the episode. Here it is. Last game of the series, but obviously we still have this game plus 3 more here in this episode. Let's watch a prediction. Oh, that's a pinch hitter. See, I don't think I'm going to get 6 more home runs, especially because I'm pinch hitting here. We're down 2-0. Both teams only have 3 hits. Runner at first, which is Tony Walters. Nobody out. So I'm the tying run. Pinching in for the pitcher, I assume. Yes, I am. Here we go. That's a fly ball. That might be gone. And that ball is off the wall. The runner at first might be scoring. He is scoring. Throw to the plate is up the line. As the throw's up the third base line, Tony Walters scores, RBI double, 55th double of the year. And it's 2-1, and I'm the tying run at center base with nobody out. Here's Damian Britt. I'm the tying run at center base in a 2-1 game against Mike Minor. That's a pop-up, caught by Josh Bell, 1 down here in the 8th. That was probably 10 feet shy of a home run. I thought it was going to get up, though, but at least it was a double, and then Tony Walters scored all the way from first. Here's Jason Hayward, 0-1. Get that on pre-load in the back. Attendance 31,000, almost 32,000 here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh to support the Pirates. 0-1. That's a fly ball. It's deep right center. I'm tagging if it's caught, and it is caught up against the wall. I'm tagging and doing the third. 2 outs. Tying run 90 feet away with 2 away, as Hayward just missed that one. Even 10 feet farther or 5 feet farther would have been off the wall. 1-2 out of Lindor. Tying run 90 feet away. And that's a line drive base hit. Lindor comes through. 2 out, 2 strike RBI single here in the 8th. Starforcer scores from third, and we're tied 2-2. Fielder's choice, and I come in. Obviously, I pinch hit for the pitcher. So, new pitcher comes in. Bottom 8, strike out, ground out, single. Fly out, single, strike out, bottom 9, 2-2. Pirates only need 1 run. And 2-run home run by Gregory Polanco, and the Pirates win it. 2-run walk-off home run by that man, Gregory Polanco. The only hit of the game, but it was a walk-off home run. And they only had 5 hits. We had 7. Obviously, we scored 2 in the 8th. I had an RBI double. Lindor had an RBI single. And then Polanco had that walk-off 2-run home run. As I also scored on Lindor's RBI single. Unfortunately, we dropped this game, so we split with the Pirates 1 game apiece. So it was a 2-game series. We split, so we won 1, Pirates won 1. So both teams 1-1 in that series. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter for us. But, you know, I only have 3 games. I need 6 home runs. That means I need an average of, well, 6 home runs in 3 games. That would be an average of 2 home runs per game. So I don't think this is going to happen. Sorry about this. I just want to get that notification out of here. So I need 2 home runs per game on average. Don't think that's going to happen, but my goal is if I can get 8 RBIs in 3 games, which that means I need like 2 or 3 RBIs per game. I only need 8 RBIs to get to 200 on the season. Will that happen? Maybe. I mean, that might be more likely than the 6 home runs. I think the 8 RBIs is more likely than the 6 home runs. I'm going to show you the standings right now, I guess. I mean, Pirates, it looks like the Pirates have clinched the wild card spot because they have a W next to them, which means clinched wild card. I mean, they're 26.5 games behind us. We're 112-47, 704 winning percentage. So yeah, the Pirates have clinched that one of the 2 wild card spots. Right now they're in the top wild card spot, but that could change. Yeah, Mets, looks like the Mets have clinched the NL East. We've clinched the NL Central and the best record in the NL and the whole MLB. Rockies have clinched the playoffs spot, but they haven't clinched the division yet. But their magic number is 1, as the D-Bats are in 2nd place. Pirates have clinched the wild card spot. Diamondbacks are in that 2nd wild card spot. And then the Marlins, I mean, 3 games back, and their elimination number, which is the Diamondbacks' magic number, is 1. So it looks like it's going to be the Pirates and Diamondbacks as the 2 wildcard teams. It just depends who's the top wildcard spot, who's in that top wildcard spot, and who's not. Rays have clinched the AL East and the best record in the American League at 99-59. Tigers are in 1st place in the AL Central. Indians 2.5 games back. Royals 4 games back, and then the other 2 teams, Twins and White Sox, won't win the division. Angels, who we played in the World Series last year and beat them in 7 games, have clinched the AL West. They ran away with it, not as much as we ran away with the NL Central, but they're up 14 games on the Rangers. Angels are 93-65, and then the Indians and Yankees are in the 2 wildcard spots right now, but the Red Sox are a game back, Royals a game back, Rangers 2 games back, Blue Jays and Twins 3 games back. So it's a really tight race. And the Indians have 82 wins, Yankees have 81. So I mean, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. So I mean, a lot up in the air in the AL and the NL. Let's get into the last series of the season, which is against St. Louis, who's in 3rd place, 37 games behind us, and they obviously aren't going to make the playoffs. They're 75-84. Let's get into the game, but first is a day off, so I believe there's going to be something like this. Let's go with batting cage this time. Let's go with practice field. Let's do fielding, which is only, my fielding's only 57? I thought it was better than that. I'm not sure why I'm playing the infield right now. But yeah, here we go. Last series of the regular season. Nathan Eovaldi for the Cardinals. Andrew Heaney for the Cubs. I'm batting 3rd. So you can see I have 81 home runs. Correa has 51, so I'm still up 30 home runs on Correa. Obviously, I already clinched a triple crown. Best average, most home runs and most RBIs in the MLB. Did it. Let's watch the presentation. Matt Vesturgeon.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Keep small. With just days left to play, the league's top power bat looks to cement his case for the home run crown. Next.
I don't win the home run crown and the triple crown. I mean, I lead Correa by 30 home runs. I mean, with 3 games left. 9-game hitting streak, 453 average, 81 home runs, 192 RBIs. I'm sledding 997, so just shy of 1,000. 2 outs, no runners on, bottom 1. I test a fastball basically right down the middle, and I almost hit Eovaldi. Base hit though. Yeah, I'm not, unless I mean, I doubt I'm going to get 3 straight 2 home run games, so I'm not going to get 6 home runs, so it is what it is. But I still did 400 career home runs early next season. 2-1. And that's a line drive. What a catch by the first baseman. If that got by him, I would have scored because that would have went into that corner, and I would have probably scored, especially with my speed. No runners on, 2 outs, top 2. And that's going to be caught. Middle of 2, no score here at Ridley. Top 3, no runners on, no runners out. Here's Aaron hits. And 234, looks like he's in a slump here. Almost a carbon copy of the last one, 1 down. Here's the NL Central standings. As you can see, I mean, we're up 25.5 games on the Pirates. 37 on the Cardinals, 40.5 on the Reds, and 51.5 on the Brewers. Brewers are 61-99. Let's do a hit a single or better. So obviously, like Matt Vesturgeon just said, obviously we're going to be enjoying some baseball in October, and hopefully, the Cubs fans and the Cubs players will be enjoying a playoff baseball throughout the entirety of October, and maybe into November even. That's a line or base hit. Hopefully we can be playing baseball throughout October and maybe even into November. 3-1 hitters count out of Brian, as I have 2 singles here in this game. 3-1, and that's ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And it's Lindor now. Had a walk in the second. 2-2 pitch. 2 outs. Bases loaded. No score here in the third. 2-2. And it's a line drive or fly ball, and that will be caught by Grichuk. And the 3, no scores. We strand the bases loaded. 3-0 Cardinals. Top 5. 2 outs. No runners on for Eovaldi. And that's going to be caught halfway home, 3-0 St. Louis. And runner at third, 1 out, bottom 5. We're down 3-0 still, but now did that runner home from third at least. That's a fly ball. It's going to be a sac fly or a home run. And that ball is going to be caught at the warning track. The runner will easily score, though. The throw comes home, but it's way too late. Runner at third is standing up. Sack fly, and it's 3-1. And it's now 3-2. Bottom 8, I'm leading off. 2 for 2 with 2 singles, a sack fly, and the RBI on the sack fly. Down by 1 now. Oh. I was sitting on that. Just a little too in front of it. Here we go. That's a fly ball, but it's nowhere near the ivy. That's hits, 1 down in the 8th. Turn off Simmons here. Walked. Double play by Lindor. Top 9. We're down by 1 still. Walked, and now David Littner is up again. And it's a fly ball. It's going to go to the warning track. I should have it, though. Back penalty. I've got it on the edge of the track. 1 down. Sindel, bases loaded. Sindel, and it's another Sindel. A walk. It's 6-2. Sacked fly. It's 7-2. And we're going to lose this game. Sindel, ground out by C.J. Crone, who pinch hit for the pitcher. And this game is over. We lose the game 7-2 as the Cardinals got 4 runs in the 9th. I went 2 for 3 with 2 Sindels, a sac fly, and an RBI. But unfortunately, we could not win it. So we've lost 2 straight, but obviously we're still going to be the #1 team in baseball. But let's try to win these next 2 games because I don't want to go into the playoffs on a cold note. Let's watch the presentation. Now, Sturgeon.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Major League Baseball.
Here we go, game 161. We have this one and the next one. So this is the 161st game of the year for both of these teams. We have this one and one more. So that's why it's the 161st game of the year. This game and one more here in the season, here in the regular season. 1 down. Leonard said it went out bottom 1 against Anthony DeStefani. That's a fly ball. That might be gone. And that ball is gone. 380. And it's 386. 6 feet off. 82nd home run of the year. Career home run number 395. And it's 2-0 Chicago in the first inning. 82nd of the year and career home run number 395. And we're up 2-0 in the first inning. As Hayward scores, 2-0 Chicago in the first. Into about the second or third row, and it's 2-0 Chicago. Now 3-0 Chicago. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom 3 is still in, still funny. 3-0 Cubs. Ground ball, knocked down by the first baseman. He throws the center and throws it in the left field. And now there's a backup on the bases as the left fielder overran it. Here comes Hayward all the way from first, and he's safe! As Hayward scores all the way from first base, as that was a horrendous play for the Cardinals defense. There's the first baseman and now the manager, as that was thrown in the left field, and then the left fielder overran it, and that allowed Hayward to go score all the way from first. I got the second base after all that, and that's going to be a fly out to the left fielder, 1 down. But as I was thrown in the left field, and then the left fielder overran it, that allowed Hayward to score all the way from first. I got the second on the E3. I assume that's just 1 error. Well, they actually the Cardinals have 2 errors. There might have been an E3 and an E7. I think there should have been, because thrown error on the first baseman and then a fielding error on the left fielder. And darn it, I ran too far off of third base, and I got tagged out. I ran too far past third. 4-0 Chicago, though. Top 5 for this David Littner again against Kyle Hendricks. And that's a fly ball, and David Littner has the Cardinals on the board. 4-1. 420. 393, so it's 27 feet off. 18th of the year for Littner. 4-1. 1 on, 2 out. Bottom 5. 1 for 2. Obviously, that was an error last time. Might have even been a double error. E3 and an E7. There's the left fielder, Dritchett, who makes the catch on the run. 4-1 Chicago as we head to the 6th. Now, it was definitely a throwing error on the first baseman, and it might have also gave the left fielder, Dritchett, a fielding error, because there was a throwing error for sure on the first baseman, and there might have been a fielding error on the left fielder, because the left fielder overran it. I'm guessing that they gave him a double error, E3 and E7. Bottom 8, 4-1 Chicago. And it's a fly ball. 2 down in the 8th, but we're 3 outs away from winning the game and forcing a rubber match here in the last series of the regular season. And that's the day Chicago wins it. Hendricks gets the win, and we are going to a rubber match here in the last series of the regular season. There's 1 game left in the regular season. There's a Star Forcer on the middle right there, along with, I believe, Damian Britt and Jason Hayward. 20 wins for Hendricks, and we have a total of 113 the Cubs do as a team. Seth McCullough, our closer, a reliable closer, gets another save. Pitched the 9th inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no runs, no earned runs, and no walks. 1 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. I want to see, did they give him a double error? I don't think, because it says Forcer reached second on fielding error by Babb, and on a deflected hit. I'm guessing now. Oh, the guy in left field definitely overran the ball though. As you can see, he knocked it down. Should have stepped on first. Instead, he forced the second, threw it over the shortstop's head. But then the left fielder, he completely missed it. He put his glove down, and the ball went past him to the right. He didn't get over quick enough. The ball went past him and went almost all the way to the warning track, and that allowed Hayward to score all the way from first. My goodness. Last game of the regular season, game 162 for both of these teams. Let's watch the prediction. Matt Sturgeon. Last game of the regular season. Last game of the regular season. Game 162.
Between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball. It's the show, and it comes your way next.
Star Forcer behind number 16 there. There's Marcus Semien, some other players here. Victor Moda, 22 starts, 89 record, 4.05 ERA, 1.28 WHIP. We'll get the start here in the regular season finale. It's no score, bottom 1, 2 outs. Garrett Cole, it's the last start of the season, or it's a start in the last game of the season for the Cardinals. Obviously, they're not making the playoffs. Oh, I teed off on that slider, but foul. 2021 NL Home Run Champion, made that 2022 as well. Ground ball. See, I'm the 2021 NL Home Run Champion, made that 2022 as well. In and over, and the 1, no score. There's Alemz Diaz. No score, top 2, 1 out, so 2 batters later. So Littner again. I'm sick of this guy. That's a fly ball, a little weak fly ball, 2 down. That's 1-1, 2 on, nobody out, bottom of 3. Cole versus Forcer. 2 on, nobody out. Line drive, base hit, and they're gonna send the runner around third, and he is safe. RBI single for Star Forcer. 2-1 Cubbies. The 3-1 hitters counting out to Bryant. 2 on, nobody out, and this might be ball 4, but also might not be. 3-1, and it's not ball 4. It's hit high, deep left field to the ivy. But Gritchik has got it up against the ivy. Runner at second's tagged in. The throw is offline. First and third 2 out, or first and third 1 out for Lindor, as Gritchik had to reach up and catch it. So I was wrong. It wasn't ball 4, and Bryant just missed a home run. 0-1. And it's a fly ball right center, and that ball is going to be caught. Runner at third will tag up and score. That's Hayward. He'll score easily. 3-1 Chicago. Sack fly and an RBI for Lindor. Hayward scores from third on the sack fly. Here's Rizzo. 3-1 Cubbies. And that's a fly or a pop-up. Colton Wan in shallow right field will easily make the catch. End to 3. 3-1 Chicago. Runner set in 2 outs, top 4. We're still up 3-1. Here's Aaron Hicks. Fly ball, middle of 4, 3-1 Cubbies. I almost overran that. Or I did, but he reached back and caught it, thankfully. Here we go, runner at second, one out, bottom 5. They might walk me. His first base is open. Derek Cole's still in. They will not walk me. Here we go. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Here comes the runner from second around third. He'll score easily as they throw to second base instead of home. As he would have been safe even if they threw it home. RBI single, 4-1 Cubbies. As I have 2 RBIs. 2 for 3 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs. 3-2 Chow, pop up, shallow left field, and I think Alemna Diaz will make the catch. He will, 2 down, as I go back to first base. I'm not sure how many RBIs I now have. I'm not sure if that's 200. I don't think it is, but it might be really close. I have 2 in this game. I'll check that, and that's the bat. 0-2 to Lindor. Ground ball. It's probably going to be the 3rd out. And the 5, 4-1 Chicago. Here we go, bottom 7 could be my last at-bat of the regular season. I have 197 RBIs, so unless I get 3 RBIs here in this last 3 innings, or really 2 innings, because if we have the lead, there's no bottom of the 9th. Yeah, I'm not going to get 200, but I have 197, which is still absurd. Could be my last at-bat of the regular season, though. It ends Luke Weaver. Let's end it on a bang, like a home run, or at least a hit, hopefully. Here we go. And this game's not over yet. Fly ball, left field. Get over his head. And it's over his head. Over Gritchett's diving arms. As I'm going to third. Going for the triple. And I'm in there. With a lead-off triple. As I got over the head of Gritchett. 16 triple of the year. Runner at third, nobody out. As Gritchett dove. Trying to catch it. But he dove, missed it. One hop the ivy. And then with my speed, I was able to get into the third, or I was able to get the third barely because of my speed. That's the only reason I was able to get there that quickly, because of my speed. 0-1 down to Bryant, new pitcher in for St. Louis. And it's a ground ball to third base. It's a ground ball to the third baseman who botches it. Bryant's safe at first. That could be an error, but the third baseman knocked it down, and then couldn't recover in time to get Bryant. Now 5-1 Chicago, 2 on, nobody out. Now top 8, still 5-1 Chicago. Here's Colton Juan. Tyne runs on deck here, so it's not over yet. And it's a fly ball, left field. I don't think either runner will tag, and it will not. 1 down now. I don't think I'm going to get up again. I doubt it. Nope, 2 on, 2 out. Top 9, 5-1 Chicago. I can catch the final out of the final regular season game. Tyne runs on deck, so it is a safe situation. And that ball is crushed. That was Carson Kelly, the catcher. 370, 395, 25 feet off. It's Carson Kelly, the catcher, 7th home run of the year, and it's a 5-4 game. Or it's a 5-4 game. That was a 3-run home run. It's now 5-4 Cubbies with 2 outs in the 9th, and the Tyne run's coming to the plate. Game's not over yet here. I thought I was gonna catch the final out of the final regular season game, but right now I won't be. And that's die walk, and now I have another opportunity to catch the final out. So someone pinch it for the pitcher. That guy walked. Now it's Colton Juan who's the go-ahead run. 0-2 pitch, and that's a fly ball. I think I'll be able to get there. I will be. RFL football in Damon. Cubs win, and we end the season on a win, and we will go to the playoffs as the best team in baseball. As the Cubs will go into the playoffs as the best team in baseball. We finish with 114 wins, so 114-48, I think. Yeah, I think 114-48. As we finish the season as the best team in baseball, so that means we go into the playoffs as the best team in baseball as well. McCullough, our closer, a reliable closer, although he gave up that 3-run home run, he still closed the door for his 54th save of the year. 54 saves for Seth McCullough, our reliable closer. He is still reliable, although he did give up that 3-run home run to Carson Kelly. Although he gave up that 3-run home run to Carson Kelly, the Cardinals catcher, he still closed the door. He still got the save. A save is a save, and a win is a win. I went 3 for 4 with a triple, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. No home runs in this game. I hit, 2 home runs in this episode, which is not bad. Obviously, I could have hit more, but 2's still 2. It's better than 1 and 0, and I still hit the ball well. Like, in this game, I had no home runs, but I still had 3 hits, a triple and 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. So, still a good game. Did 5 games for Star Forcer. Well, really, 4 games he started, and then the other game he pinched it in. That was the second game of the episode where he had that RBI double and then ended up scoring the game-tying run in Pittsburgh in the 8th inning in the second game of the episode. But we ended up losing that game. In this episode, we went, 3-2? Which, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. So, good game. Good game. So RBIs, I finished with 197. As the last game of the regular season was on September 30th, which is the last day of September. As we won the game 5-4. We finished the episode, like I said, 3-2. We won 10-0, lost 4-2, lost 7-2, won 4-1, and then won 5-4. So in this episode, I had 189. I had 80 home runs. I had 2 home runs in this episode. 2 home runs in this episode, and then RBIs I had 189. So in this episode, I had 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. I think I was batting 447. Now I'm batting 440, or I was batting 447. Now I'm batting 454. So I did 7 average points, gained 2 home runs, and then gained 8 RBIs. On base percentage 455, slotted 997. In the month of September, we only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses in the month of September. And if you look all the way back to the start of the season, we lost the first 2 games in Milwaukee, won the 3rd game, got swept by the Pirates. And we started the season 1-5. Yes, 1-5. But then we just caught fire. And then especially, in August we had some losses, but in September, only 6 losses. And only 6 losses in September. 2 of them in this episode, but whatever. We finished 114-48, and let's look at the entire MLB standings. And obviously you'll find out that who made the playoffs, who didn't. The Mets, you already know, won the NL East. The Cubs won the NL Central. The Rockies ended up winning the NL West. I figured that. The Dodgers, last place, 68-94. We'll have to deal with them this year. Rockies won the NL West. Beat the Diamondbacks by 3 games. The 2 wildcard teams, I figured it was going to be the Pirates and Diamondbacks. Ended up being the Pirates, Diamondbacks. Pirates in that top spot, though, so they'll be the home team. Because remember, in this game, it's still a 1-game wildcard playoff. So Pirates will host the Diamondbacks in the wildcard game, and because we're the best team in the NL, the Cubs will be playing the Diamondbacks or the Pirates in the NLDS. So we'll be playing the winner of the NL wildcard playoff game, which will be the Pirates or the Diamondbacks. We'll have home ice advantage, home field advantage, not home ice advantage. We'll play the Pirates or the Diamondbacks in the NLDS, and we will have home field advantage in that best-of-5 series. It's a 2-2-1 format. Rays 100 end up winning the AL East and had the best record in the American League at 162. The Tigers ended up winning the AL Central, beat the Indians by 4 games. And then the Angels ended up winning the AL West. By 15 games. So I think there might be a game 163 because there's only been 3 teams that have clinched so far. Rays, the AL East, and the best record in the American League. Tigers have clinched the AL Central. So the Rays have clinched the AL East and the best record in the American League. The Tigers have clinched the AL Central, and the Angels have clinched the AL West. But there's no other teams that have clinched, so I'm guessing there's a game 163, and there is. Holy smokes! There's a 3-way tie as the Indians, Yankees, and Red Sox all finish 83-79. So I'm not exactly sure how they would do that. There might be a game 163 and 164. There might be. Well, I'm not sure how they would determine that. Because they have the Indians, Yankees, and Red Sox in that order. So I'm guessing what's going to happen is maybe two teams will play each other. Let's just say the Yankees and Red Sox will play each other. The winner of that game will play the... Oh, no. Well, you guys remember there's two... Oh, I got it. This might be what they're doing. Maybe. Might be wrong about this, but this is what I think... I think this is what's going to happen. Yankees and Red Sox... I'm guessing that because the Indians are in that top spot, so I'm guessing Yankees and Red Sox will play each other. And then the winner of that game, let's just say it's the Yankees. Well, say the Yankees beat the Red Sox. Red Sox are out. And then the Yankees and the Yankees and India. I don't know how exactly they would do that. Because if let's say the Yankees beat the Red Sox, then it would be then the Indians won't even have to play. Because then if the Red Sox were out, then it would be Indians and Yankees as the two wildcard teams. So I'm not exactly sure. I thought I had a way that in my brain or my head that I thought they would do it, but I don't think they would do it like that because then the Indians don't even have to play. Maybe they'll do that. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll find out in the next episode. Because I would sim to the playoffs right now, but in MLB The Show, if you sim to the playoffs or sim at all without playing a game and then save it, it won't save you simming. So like if I simmed 5 days and didn't play and then I saved it, and then when I come back into this game, those 5 days that I simmed before I saved it last time, technically wouldn't be saved. So then I have to sim those 5 days again, and say I have to sim the 5 days again, which I would have to. Something else might have happened. Like say this happened the first time, but then say something else happened the second time. Then I don't want that to happen. So that's why I'm not going to sim to the playoffs right now. So you'll find out, and I'll find out in the next episode of a series who's going to make the playoffs. As obviously between the Indians, Yankees, and Red Sox, 2 teams will make it, and 1 team will not make it. So out of those 3 teams, none have clinched. So clearly, I'm not sure how they're gonna determine who makes it and who doesn't. But out of the Indians, Yankees, and Red Sox, 2 of those 3 teams will make it, and the other one will not. So 2 out of those 3 teams will make it, and the other one will not make it. So 2 out of those 3 teams will make it. And then 2 out of those 3 teams will make it, and then the other team, well, is out of luck, as two out of those 3 teams will make it, and then the other team will not make it. We finished 112-48, best team in baseball by 12 games over the Rays. Cubs finished 112-48, as the Cubs finished 112-48, as they're the best team record-wise in baseball at 112-48. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. Sorry about that. So we finished 112-48, and the Cubs are the best team in baseball record-wise. We go into the playoffs as the best team in baseball, and we're trying to go back-to-back. Here in this series. As if we don't anything less than a World Series championship will be a disappointment. So we are 11 wins away from going back-to-back. So we're playing Pittsburgh or Arizona in the NLDS. Best of 5 series. We have home field advantage. First 2 games will be at home. Next 2 will be in Pittsburgh or Arizona, and then Game 5, if it gets to Game 5, will be back in Chicago. So it's a 2-2-1 format, and we will have it's a 2-2-1 format and a best of 5 series. And we will have a home field advantage throughout the playoffs because we are the best team in baseball record-wise. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the playoffs, because I am. As like I said, anything less than a World Series championship will be a disappointment, as the Cubs are 11 wins away from going back-to-back. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Okay, guys, time for closing the board. If you liked this episode, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 62 of the Star Forcer MLB The Show 20 Road to the Show series. See you in episode number 62. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 62 of the Star Forcer Road to the Show series. See you in episode number 62. And eat a lot of bacon. And go Cubs. And I'll see you in the playoffs. See you then.